Hey everyone, it's me Nita and welcome to my channel. On today's video, it is episode 3, I believe, of my how to make money using a 4x4 embroidery machine. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to embroider some baby items. So one of the baby items we'll be embroidering today is one of these baby gowns. I got this baby gown from AJ Blanks, and when you order these gowns from AJ Blanks, they also come with a matching beanie or matching baby cap. So I'm going to be showing you how to embroider onto this as well. I also have another one of those gowns. It's going to be a little girl version, and instead of a beanie, it comes with a bow. So I'll just be embroidering a gown for that one. And then I'm also going to be showing you guys how to embroider a onesie. So we're going to be embroidering all these different items, all using a 4x4 hoop. So I wanted to do this series for you guys to kind of help give you guys some motivation on adding some items to your Etsy shop or to your website. And I wanted to help give you guys ideas because I know some of you guys only have a 4x4 embroidery machine. And I know that some of you were getting a little discouraged, and I don't want you guys to get discouraged. I want you guys to make items and make money. So hopefully this series will help motivate you and inspire you to get some items into your shop, so you can one day eventually upgrade and get your dream machine. But let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to show you all the materials I'm going to be using, and then I'm also going to be showing you the embroidery designs that we'll be doing today. Okay, so like I already showed you, I'm going to be doing this gown. So I really love these gowns because you can't really see them, but there is a zipper that goes all the way up, like midway, I believe. And it kind of opens up the gown for you, so it makes embroidering on gowns a little bit easier. And this came as a set, so it came with a matching hat. And then you can also add on swatches, so you can have a matching applique design because the fabric matches the hat and the sleeves. For my next outfit, I'm going to be doing a onesie. Now, I got this onesie from Blanks Boutique, and with this one it buttons up the back, so this makes embroidering on onesies extremely easy. AJ Blanks, she doesn't offer the buttons down the back, she just has regular normal onesies. So if that's something you're more into, definitely check out AJ Blanks. But if you are a newbie to embroidering on onesies, I highly recommend at least practicing on BB Blanks or Blanks Boutique, whatever you want to call them. But if you're a newbie, this is very beginner friendly, so I recommend trying this out. Maybe it'll make it a little easier for you, especially if it's your first time. I'm going to be doing a donut themed one. It's going to be a letter applique, so I'm going to be using these two fabrics. I've never tried using bullet fabric for applique fabrics, so we'll see how this turns out tonight. Hopefully it turns out cute, because I do want to offer this in my shop along with this one too. But I want to offer this in my shop to go along with my matching donut bell bottoms, because I'm trying to add some more donut themed shirts to go with the bell bottoms. And then finally, I'm going to be doing another gown. Again, this gown comes with a bow, so I won't be embroidering onto a matching beanie for this one. And then with this, you can also get a matching swatch of fabric as well. For some threads, I'm going to be using gold for that one. I haven't decided yet for this outfit. And then for the boys, I'm going to be just using basic white, because that'll kind of help make it pop. Hopefully it won't make it pop too much to where it looks awkward, but I'm hoping white will look good with this. We shall see. But let's go ahead and head over to the applique designs now. Okay, so this is kind of hard to see on camera because I'm using bean stitches for this design. So I have E for the first name, and then their last name is going to be a bean stitch as well. This is going to be going on to the Army one. And then for the cap, I'm going to be doing the letters in a satin stitch. So we shall see how that turns out. And then for the donut themed one, I wanted to do a letter and a bow to go with it. So I'm going to be doing the donut fabric for the L, and then the sprinkle fabric I'll be using for the bow. And then for the animal print gown, I'm gonna be doing a monogram for it. So yeah, this is basically what I'm gonna be doing tonight. Hopefully I don't have any mess ups. I am kind of worried about doing the beanie or the cap because I've never done one before, so wish me luck. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the gown, and then I'm gonna attempt embroidering this hat. So again, wish me luck, guys. So I'm gonna be using a 4x4 hoop and some cutaway stabilizer. I'm also gonna be using some 505 temporary adhesive spray because I am gonna be floating the gown. So I don't want the gown to shift around and move a lot. So I'm gonna use some of this adhesive spray to help make sure that gown stays put. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and unzip the gown, just like that. And I'm going to turn it inside out. And then with the tag facing upward, I'm going to lay down my onesie. Okay, so I fold it in half. Okay, so I have my gown floated. I like to make sure that I have like the edge of the frame aligned with like the collar of the shirt, and I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up or not, but I basically just like to have like the very bottom of the collar touching the very bottom of this frame. And then when we embroider, we'll just make sure that we keep this part of the gown open. So let me go ahead and get this hooped onto my machine. Okay, so I already have my design uploaded. I made sure to press my 4x4 button on my machine. Now if you have a 4x4 embroidery machine, you won't even have the option to do a 5x7. I have a PE800, so it goes up to a 5x7, but if you only have a 4x4 machine, you don't really have to worry about this. But I have my design already uploaded. I just need to get my machine threaded. I have my onesie hooped and ready to go on my machine. So a big question that I often get is, where do I get a lot of my embroidery designs? I get most of my designs off of Etsy. So when you are searching for embroidery designs and you only have a 4x4 hoop, you'll want to make sure that you look in like the description of the applique design or embroidery design that you will be purchasing, and make sure that it has a 4x4 hoop option, because some designs don't go down to a 4x4. So just make sure that when you're purchasing a file that it includes a 4x4 size for you. Now when planning out these designs for my gowns, my onesies, I made sure to use the 4x4 designs so it would fit into my hoop. But let's go ahead and just get started. I'm gonna get my machine threaded and I'm just gonna get going. So while the machine is doing the placement stitch, I'm gonna be adding some Heat and Bond Light to the back of my applique fabric. Don't use Heat and Bond Ultra, that can actually damage your machine. So whenever you're doing appliques, you wanna make sure that you use Heat and Bond Light on the back of your fabric, because that'll help make sure the fabric doesn't bubble, the fabric doesn't rip. So whenever you're doing appliques, make sure you use Heat and Bond Light. And I like to get it on these big bolts. I got this big bolt off Amazon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna let it run and do the placement stitch. I'm gonna make sure and kind of keep my fingers away from the needle and just move the fabric out of the way while it's moving around, just to make sure it doesn't get caught. You can also use masking tape too to kind of help keep like the sleeve out of the way, because you don't want this to get caught underneath your hoop and get embroidered on. So just make sure that you're watching for the sleeves and the bottom of the gown, because you don't want that to get caught underneath the hoop. So now I'm going to go ahead and peel off the back of the Heat and Bond. I'm going to place it over the stitches and make sure that there's no fabric caught underneath this piece of fabric, because I've gotten it caught a few times before. So just make sure you don't have any of the t-shirt bunched up underneath the fabric. So now I'm going to use some applique scissors and trim this fabric. So because I'm doing a bean stitch, I am gonna leave about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch of fabric like around the whole letter or around the stitches. I don't want to get too close to the stitches. Okay, so here is the applique so far. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my little Cricut Easy Press or my mini press and just kind of apply some heat to it, because that'll help make sure that the letter doesn't start to bubble when I start doing some more stitches onto it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get it back on the machine, and it's gonna do the last bit of the stitches. Alright, so it is done stitching out. Super fast stitch out. It was only a 4-minute stitch out, so you can't complain about that. Okay, so here is the finished gown. I freaking love how this turned out. This is actually going to be for my nephew. He isn't born yet. He's expected to be here any day now, so I thought that I'd make him a little something something, but I really love how this turned out. But now let's go ahead and do the matching hat for this outfit. Okay, so I already have my cutaway stabilizer, and then for this I'm actually going to turn it inside out. I have it turned it inside out, and then as you can see there's a tag on it, like super convenient. And just like how we have the shirts, I'm going to kind of float it, but I want to make sure that the back of the beanie isn't in the way, because this is going to be the front. So let me go ahead and place it on the hoop, and then I'll explain to you why I did it that way. Okay, so this was challenging. So again, I have it inside out. So you can see I have the outside right there. I kind of turned it right side out again, just to kind of help keep it out of the way. But I have the hat lined up with these little, I guess, little markings. And then for the center point, there is a, where is it? There's a seam going down. So I kind of just lined up that seam with this right here. So with the design, I'm gonna have to trace it out to make sure that it is positioned correctly, and if it's not, then I need to adjust the design, either making it going up or down or whatever. But let's go ahead and get this on the machine, and I'll show you how to do a little trace. Okay, so I have the name uploaded. I'm gonna go ahead and do end edit, and then this button right here will actually do a trace to show you like where the design will stitch out onto the hoop. So let's go ahead and press this, and it's going to do a trace. And as you can see, my hat isn't positioned where it needs to be. So this is the bottom, and then that's gonna be like the top. So I need to move my design up, and let's do another trace. So it's still a little too low, so I'm gonna move it up just a little bit more. Okay, and then I also forgot to tell you guys we have to flip the name upside down as well. So let's do that trace again, just to make sure. Okay, looks good. All right, guys, wish me luck. And this is gonna be a 6-minute stitch out. And I used a 1-inch font for this design. I recommend using font that's 1 inch or less. Okay guys, so here is the finished product of the little beanie. Oh my gosh, I love how it turned out. It came out perfect. Okay, I'm seriously gonna be obsessed now with embroidering on beanies. Like, this was so easy and it stitched out so quickly. And same for this one, because I used a bean stitch and because this is knit fabric, it won't fray. But look how cute this came out. This literally was super fast to stitch out and I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on the next ones because, oh my gosh, I am kind of proud of myself, guys. I'm a little proud. I'm going to go ahead and just do the next little gown that I have. So I have this animal print one, and this one again doesn't come with a beanie, but it does come with a little bow, which is stinking adorable. Now with this, you can like add your own branding to it. So if you want to get like a little bow holder and, you know, put like your logo and all that, it would make like the packaging so professional looking. I don't have any bow holders made for this, so I'll have to remember to do that in another video for you guys on maybe like some packaging ideas. But this is really nice. It already comes with a bow, so that's one step that you don't have to worry about. It's already done for you. All you have to do is add the design that you want to add to it. So I'm just adding a basic monogram to this one. There are so many different ways you can design these gowns. You can do the name going downwards, but because we only have a 4x4 to work with, we won't be able to do a name going all the way down unless you want to like rehoop it multiple times, and I personally do not like rehooping. It's more of like a pain in the butt for me. But I'm going to go ahead and hoop it just like how I hooped the last one. And I'm going to do everything basically the same, so nothing different. I'm going to go ahead and unzip this, turn it inside out, and float it onto my 4x4 hoop. Okay, so this design came out crooked, which is okay. And then I don't really like the gold thread. It doesn't really go with the gown, I feel like. But I think with some practice, I think I can get it and switch out this thread for a different color. But I think it came out overall. I really like the applique design. I really like the details of it. I just need to work on centering the design and making sure it's not lopsided, and then I'll figure out what kind of thread choice I'll definitely want to do with this. Down in the comments below, what kind of color thread would you guys use for the outline of this applique? I don't know, I'm kind of stuck on what color I would do. Maybe like just a different shade of gold, maybe, I don't know, but came out okay. Okay guys, so now for my next design that I'm going to be doing is going to be on a onesie this time, and this onesie again is from Blank's Boutique, and Blank's Boutique with their onesies, they have buttons that go down in the middle. If you're into that, then these are perfect for you. If you're not really into the buttons going down the back, AJ Blanks offers onesies without any buttons going down the back. But for me, I like using them. It just makes it way easier to float a onesie. So whenever I'm doing onesies, or t-shirts, I like to use this little grid with a little air soluble marker, and I just like to mark the points. This is gonna make it easier for me to line up my design so it doesn't get crooked or it's centered. So just like my last design, how it was crooked, if I actually added some dots to it and lined it up to the hoop, it probably would have came out a lot better. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do this now, so you guys can kind of prevent that from happening. I'm gonna use, again, some more 505 spray. And now what I'm gonna do is just basically line up the dots to the dots that I have on the shirt with the dots I have on the hoop. Okay, so it's all floated and ready to go. Now when you start embroidering, you really, and I mean you really have to keep a lookout for the buttons, because one time I, again, took my eye off my machine and the onesie got caught underneath and it started embroidering and started hitting one of the buttons. So just make sure you just keep a good eye on it. You could always, again, use some masking tape and just tape it so it stays out of the way. I'm not gonna do that this time, but also too, when it's embroidering, it could fall over, and again, your needle could hit that button, and you don't want that to happen. So just keep a good eye on it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this on the machine now. Okay, so this design is another quick stitch out because it's not satin stitches, it's just bean stitches. So I'm gonna prep my applique fabrics, and then I'm gonna get my machine going. The applique design is done. So what I like to do now is I either like to use water and spritz it on the little dots, or I like to use these little tie sticks, and it'll make the air soluble marker disappear. And I'm always like so nitpicky about all the things I create, but definitely I could have went down a little lower with this design. And as you can see, you know, you could use a 5x7 to get a bigger letter, but if this was lower, it would work just fine, especially if you're gonna pair it with pants or a tutu. You gotta think that the tutu is gonna be going up around there. So now basically what I'm gonna do is my heat press is warming up to 305. I do have to add Tender Touch to the back of these because If you just leave it open like this, these threads will really irritate the baby's skin, and we don't want that. So the last thing that you have to do when making onesies or shirts or anything with embroidery designs, you definitely want to add Tender Touch to the back. And Tender Touch is this like material, it's like almost like a mesh almost, but basically you will iron this onto the back of the applique design, and this will just prevent the stitches irritating the baby's skin. That's really all I have to do for this design and these other designs, and then I'll be done. Alright everyone, that is it for this video. I sure hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you were able to gain something from it, learn something from it, or just get inspired by it. Just don't give up. You guys can definitely do embroidered shirts and onesies and all that stuff with your 4x4 hoop. You just have to find the right type of designs that work well and fit with whatever project you're working on. I am going to be doing a very detailed step-by-step tutorial on how to find applique designs, how to upload them to your computer, how to upload them to your embroidery software, how to upload them to your machine, and how to completely stitch them out. So I know a few of you wanted a very detailed explanation on how to do it from start to finish, so I'm thinking my next video I will be doing that for you guys. I am going to be doing another tutorial on baby blankets because it's been a while, I feel like, so I feel like I need to make another one for you guys. And then I still have a bunch more 4x4 ideas for you guys, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this series so far. My husband and I, we also have a big announcement for you guys. I kind of want to do a sit-down video with him, but we just have to figure out a sit-down schedule, I guess, for us to be able to both be able to sit down and talk with you guys and kind of give you an update on how our business is going, what our plans are for growing our business, and we just have a bunch of changes coming. Hopefully these changes will be happening in the next 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully by the end of June. We have some big business changes going on, so I can't wait to announce them to you guys. I'm just excited to announce everything to you, so just stay tuned for an update video. I also have another video plans to announce my giveaway for reaching 5,000 subscribers. So I just want to thank you guys so much for constantly supporting my channel, commenting all the time, liking my videos, and just simply just watching my videos. It truly just means a lot to me, and I can't believe anyone watches my videos, but thank you guys so much for helping me reach 5,000 followers. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that 5,000 people watch my YouTube videos, but thank you guys so much, and stay tuned for a giveaway. I'm thinking I'm gonna announce the giveaway when I do my update video for you guys, so just keep a lookout for that. And then definitely just keep a lookout for some more 4x4 hoop ideas, and I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though my designs kind of got messed up on one of them. I still hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of just shows you too that no matter how experienced you are, you still have mess ups and you still make oopsies, and it just happens. When you have a crafting business, you're gonna make mistakes. Even when you try your hardest not to make them, you will make them. So just don't get discouraged and keep hustling, keep grinding, and just make stuff happen. Alright guys, I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna go to bed. Alright, bye.